Hi guys, I am just so happy right now. It's a rainy day and I could be laying down on the couch right now, but I just want to share with you something that was just fresh on my mind today. You're going to love this little gem of knowledge, and I don't know if you want to call it a trick or a secret or a change, but it is something very simple that you can do right now starting today that's going to change the course of your life this year. 2017 can be your year. Okay, so I just got back from speaking at the Jordan School District. It was for the nutrition department, or the nutritional services, which is basically all the managers that manage the lunch ladies at all the schools in the Jordan School District. And they're a fun bunch of ladies, and I had so much fun speaking to them today. And one of the things during my presentation that I shared really kind of lit up the room. I saw lots of light bulbs kind of click on, and as I watched that happen, I thought, okay, that's something that I want to share later today in a video on my Happy Lady page. So it's something so simple, you're gonna love it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what that is. I have this little demonstration right here, and pardon my handwriting, I borrowed my daughter's crayons too, so to make it extra colorful. But here's this little formula. Now, before I show you this, I want to say that we have it all backwards. When we start out the year, or we have a goal or an affirmation or something that we think is going to bring us joy, the problem is we're focusing on that one thing. If it's weight loss, or if it's becoming debt-free, or whatever it is, we're focusing on that one thing. And we've been trained to tell ourselves, I know I have, I don't know about you, but we've been trained to tell ourselves that if we say it enough, even if it's not true, even if it's something that we're not seeing being manifested in our lives right now, if we say it enough, we can trick our minds and eventually we'll believe it, and so it's going to happen, right? Well, that's what we've been taught. And I don't know about you, I know for me, in my life, that hasn't always worked. And the more I would say affirmations, and I'd look in the mirror and say, you're healthy, you're at a healthy weight, you're eating the right things, you are super happy and healthy, and whatever it is, I would say all these things, and then I would look at my closet and think, well, if I was really healthy, how come I can't fit into half of my clothes anymore? Or how come, I'm getting sick, or whatever it would be, right? And so what happens is the problem with that, what's really going on when you do that, is inside of you, you have these three different minds that have to work together to find balance. You've got your brain, your heart, and your gut. Your brain is your logic, your heart is your feelings, and your gut is your intuition. Now your gut and your heart work together to communicate to your brain. So when you're not listening to your heart, you're not listening to your feelings, and you're not listening to your intuition, you're just going with your logic, what makes sense, what the facts are telling you, and you bypass your feelings and your intuition. When you do that, then you become out of alignment, you become out of balance, and you have this internal conflict going on. Okay, so let me show you how that works. So you might be saying as an affirmation, when you look in the mirror, you might be saying to yourself, you are incredibly healthy. You are at the perfect weight that you want to be at. You are illness-free, right? So you're saying that, but in the meantime, in the back of your mind, you're saying, well, why have you had a cold for 2 weeks then? You're not healthy. You've got this cold that you can't seem to fight. Or you look in the mirror and you say, well, it took you your whole life to get those love handles, and you really think it's going to take you 2 months to get rid of them. You're fooling yourself, right? So you hear this reality voice in the back of your mind knocking down what it is you're trying to say. So you have this kind of war going on. And this happens in lots of areas of our lives where our heart will tell us a truth, or our intuition will tell us to act on something, but our logic bypasses that and says, well, you don't have time for that, or that's not top priority right now. These are your top priorities based on the facts. And when you bypass your heart and your gut, your feelings and your intuition, you're out of alignment and you're having war inside of you. And that's never good. It does all kinds of havoc on your body inside, for your mind and your spirit and your physical body. So here's what I want to show you that changed my life. And I mean, I started doing this last year, around the beginning of last year, and 2016 was an amazing year for me. It it was a great year, and I anticipate 2017 being the same. So here we go. So let's say your goal is to have your house paid off. So what I want to ask you is, why do you want your house paid off? What is it? What's in it for you? What's it going to do for you to bring you happiness? And you might say, well, it's going to bring me more money. See, these goals that we have, we want them because they're going to bring us something that we say is going to bring us happiness. Because the end goal is always happiness. For everything we go after in life, it's really just happiness. So by having more money, I'm going to be happier. And then I ask you, well, how is more money going to bring you happiness? What's that like? And you say, well, because it's going to bring me freedom. I'm going to be free. And if I'm free, I'm going to be happy. So my question to you is, how does freedom bring you more happiness? What does that feel like? What does it feel like to be free? What does that look like for you? What does it feel like for you? Here's my crayon writing. And you might say all of these things right here. Well, it's going to bring me more opportunities because I'm going to have financial freedom. I'm going to have more opportunities. Opportunities to travel, opportunities to spend my time how I want to spend it. I might even have more time. It's going to bring me joy. It's going to bring me more choices. It's going to bring me feelings of liberation. It's going to bring me security and stability. And so these are the feelings that you want, all from just paying off your house. Now, when you know, in the past, traditionally, the way we're trained is you would look in the mirror and say in your car every morning, my house is paid off, my house is paid off, my house is paid off, my house is paid off. And you say it enough times, you're going to believe it, you're going to attract it, it's going to happen, right? Wrong. Because in the back of your mind, you're fighting with your logic. And your logic is telling you, no, your house is not paid off. Have you seen the bill that just came this month? Have you seen all the bills that are coming this month? You have to pay all these bills. How in the world are you going to pay off your house in 5 years, 10 years? It's not going to happen. And you know, your logic is constantly reminding you of the facts and the reality, and it's fighting against you. And so you're going to have that war going on, and you're not going to believe it. And as long as you're having this going on, it's not going to happen. So here is the trick. Here is the secret. Pay attention. Listen up right here. I'm telling you this works. Here's what you're going to focus on. This right here. Freedom is your answer. This is what you go after. Not the paid off house. Freedom. Freedom, freedom. And so these are the feelings that you'll experience when you're experiencing freedom. So right here in red crayon, I want you to focus on this is what you're going to go after. So you're going to go after feelings of opportunity, feelings of joy, having more choices, feeling secure, feeling stable. What are things you can do in your everyday life that are going to bring you these feelings? Now, these are the small things. These are the little everyday things that you can do to bring yourself these feelings. And as you're doing these little things, which we'll talk about in a minute, as you're doing these little things, you're creating these feelings. The power is behind the feelings. There's a science behind it. I just spent a whole hour presenting to a group of women about the science behind the vibration of these feelings. They're powerful. Okay, so as you're doing things to bring these feelings inside of you and have those vibrating inside of you, then you're experiencing this. And your house isn't even paid off. And suddenly you find that you're happy. You still don't have a paid off house, but suddenly you're happy. Your happiness isn't based on the condition, no more, of your house being paid off. Therefore, you're now experiencing unconditional happiness. Happiness that is not determined by your environment or by limitations or by other people. It's happiness that is absolute. It's constant. And you're experiencing these feelings that have brought you to that place of happiness, to that place of freedom. Okay, so let's try it again. Down here. Weight loss. Right here. So why do you want weight loss? Well, because you say it's going to give you more energy. Okay, so what does having more energy do for your happiness? Why is it something you want? And you say, well, it's because I want to feel healthy. Okay, so what does being healthy feel like for you? What does that look like for you in your mind? What does that feel like? And you say, okay, this is fun, isn't it? You say, I feel vibrant. It's fun. I feel like I can go on more adventures because I'm healthy. I have more choices. I feel pretty. I feel young, youthful, whatever it is. So these are the feelings you're going after. If you can do little things every day in your life to help you feel these feelings and emotions, focusing on just how you can feel healthy, there's a million other ways that you can feel healthy in your life other than losing weight, right? So if you're constantly just focusing on the weight loss and you say, gosh, in order for me to be happy, I need to lose some weight. And then you're struggling and you're going through week after week after week and the scale isn't changing and you're thinking, hey, well, I can't be happy because I'm not losing weight. Things aren't happening. Okay? When that happens, turn it around. Remember, here's the trick. Ask yourself these questions. Look at the formula and focus on these feelings. These feelings are the outcome that you're really going after. It's these feelings right here. So you're going to say, what can I do today or even tomorrow where I can have more fun in my life? What does that mean? Maybe I go see a fun movie, or I play some fun games, or I plan a fun little vacation. How can I have adventure? Same thing. Okay, so I want more choices. I want more things to wear in my closet. I want to have more choices. Well, go buy some more clothes. Go do some things that are going to bring you more choices. Buy some fun accessories. Make some changes. How can I feel young? Think of things that you used to do when you were younger and do those things, little things, even if it's just music, taking you back to a time when you felt young. Okay, these are the little things that are going to bring you into that place, which are the feelings you were really going after when you said, I want to lose weight or I want to pay off my house. You were really wanting to experience those feelings. So start experiencing those feelings. What's stopping you? Start experiencing them today, right now. You can experience that today. And as you do this every day, you're going to be in that place of unconditional happiness where you say, you know what, I woke up happy today and I'm going to bed happy tonight. And I'm happy. My house isn't paid off and I haven't lost 10 pounds in the last month or so, but I feel happy. Now, as you do this, and you can do this, as you live this way, suddenly you're going to start to notice the weight's going to come off. Suddenly you're going to have opportunities come into your life. You're going to have experiences with prosperity and abundance, and suddenly you're going to pay off your house a lot sooner than you thought possible. This is how things that we deem impossible, this is how the impossible become possible. We forget about the facts and we forget about focusing on the things that seem so far away, you know, the paid off home and the hourglass figure, whatever it is, and we focus on the feelings. It's all about the feelings. It's all about how we feel inside, and those feelings are real. There's a real science behind this, which I love teaching in my workshops. But as we focus on those feelings, it's going to take us into that place of unconditional happiness, and we realize we own that. We're happy no matter what. We're in a place where we're experiencing those feelings that bring us that joy. We're having fun. We're going on adventures. We're feeling young. And as we live that way, everything in our life just falls into place. It doesn't fall apart. It falls into place. Things just naturally work out the way that they're supposed to, and we continue to find more joy and more happiness, and things just get better and better. Now, when you can get into a place like this, when you can find balance between those three minds that fight inside of you, we can bring them all into alignment and find that balance, you're going to find that everything in your life just starts working out. And then when tragedy strikes, when those unexpected trials happen in our lives, the death of a loved one, loss of a job, a terminal illness, whatever it is, when those surprises catch us off guard, we have the ability to bounce back and stay in a place of happiness. We don't have to stay in a place of suffering and be reminded every day of our failures and live a fear-based life and just suffer and just notice all the problems and all the things that aren't going right and all the things that we don't have, okay? When we have everything inside of us, when we're feeling good and we're choosing to bring these little joyful feelings into our life every day and experience those things now, then we're aligned. And then when tragedies and trials come our way, which they do in life, we have the ability to bounce right back. We suffer for a small time, we may mourn and have sorrow, but it doesn't have to last forever. We don't have to suffer. We can find joy again, and we can continue being happy. This is unconditional happiness. I know you can do it. And I know that as you do it, your 2017 is going to be an amazing year. And I'm telling you this now because it's January and you still have the rest of this year to give this a try. Start today. It's so easy. You can do it. So simple. It's going to change your life. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful year. Thanks so much and enjoy the rest of your day.